Manchester United's trip to Turf Moor on January 7, 2026, came just 2 days after the club parted ways with manager Ruben Amorim. The decision sent shockwaves through the football world, as Amorim's departure was both sudden and controversial. Fans and pundits alike were left reeling, questioning the timing and the club's direction at such a crucial point in the season. The mood around Old Trafford was tense, with uncertainty hanging in the air as the team prepared for their next challenge. His tenure ended after public criticism of the club's recruitment and a disappointing win rate, leaving United in urgent need of direction. The board's patience had worn thin, and Amorim's outspoken comments about transfer policy only fueled speculation about deeper issues behind the scenes. With the team struggling for consistency, the pressure to make a change became impossible to ignore, and the search for stability began in earnest. Darren Fletcher, usually in charge of the under-18s, stepped in as caretaker manager, supported by youth coaches, a temporary fix as the club began searching for a new leader. Fletcher, a former United player and respected figure at the club, was seen as a steadying influence during this turbulent period. His familiarity with the club's culture and young talent made him a logical choice to guide the team through the immediate aftermath of Amorim's exit. Speculation swirled about potential interim appointments, with names from across Europe linked to the job. The media buzzed with rumours, and fans debated possible candidates, but for now all eyes were on Fletcher and how United would respond against a desperate Burnley. The pressure was immense, and every decision would be scrutinised as the club tried to steady the ship. The stage was set for a test of character and leadership at a pivotal moment in United's season. With the spotlight firmly on the players and coaching staff, the match at Turf Moor would reveal whether United could rally together and overcome adversity, or if the managerial shake-up would deepen the club's crisis. While United faced internal upheaval, Burnley's crisis was all about survival. Deep in the relegation zone and winless in 11 league matches, Burnley's season had become a relentless fight to avoid the drop. Scoring goals was a struggle, defensive lapses were frequent, and morale was low. Yet, the spirit at Turf Moor remained defiant. Fans and players alike refused to give up hope. Facing a vulnerable United, Burnley saw a rare chance to spark a turnaround. This match was more than just 3 points. It was a potential lifeline. The Premier League table painted a stark contrast. United in 6th, chasing Champions League spots. Burnley in 19th, desperate for survival. United's recent form was poor, with just 1 win in 5, fueling the pressure and leading to Amorim's exit. Burnley, 8 points from safety, needed a result to keep hope alive. United had dominated recent meetings, but past results meant little with both teams under immense pressure. For United, this was a must-win to revive their season. For Burnley, a chance to defy the odds. The stakes were high, and both sides entered knowing the outcome could shape their campaigns. Turf Moor was set for a clash of desperation and ambition. The team sheets revealed the extent of both squads' problems. United's injury crisis forced young Aidan Heaven into the backline, with key players like De Ligt, Maguire and Mainu missing, and several others away at AFCON. Fletcher stuck with a familiar 4-2-3-1, relying on Fernandes, Dorgu and Šeško for attacking threat. Burnley's lineup was also patched together, missing key defenders and influential midfielders, with loney Hannibal Mabry facing his parent club. Both teams fielded makeshift lineups, testing their depth and resilience. The absences set the stage for an unpredictable contest. Whoever adapted best to adversity would have the edge. The match kicked off under the floodlights at Turf Moor, with Manchester United immediately asserting their authority on the ball. From the opening whistle, United looked sharp and confident, stringing together passes and dictating the tempo of the game. Their midfield trio worked tirelessly to recycle possession, probing for gaps in Burnley's disciplined shape. Burnley, however, were well drilled and compact, sitting deep with almost every player behind the ball. United's attackers found little space as Burnley's defensive block stood firm, forcing United to circulate the ball around the edge of the box. But in the 13th minute, disaster struck for United. Aidan Heaven's attempted clearance ended up in his own net, giving Burnley a shock lead. The home crowd erupted, sensing a possible upset. The goal energised Burnley, who defended with renewed intensity, closing down United's playmakers and making every tackle count. United responded by pushing forward relentlessly, increasing the pressure on Burnley's backline. They created several half chances, but Burnley's defenders threw themselves in front of every shot. United thought they'd levelled through Martinez, who finished off a well-worked move with a powerful strike. But the celebrations were cut short as the referee disallowed the goal for a foul in the build-up, adding to United's growing frustration. The decision was met with disbelief from the United bench and groans from their travelling supporters. Despite dominating possession, United struggled to break down Burnley's determined defence. Burnley's resilience held firm, with their goalkeeper making a string of important saves and defenders clearing the danger time and again. As the half-time whistle blew, the scoreboard read Burnley 1, Manchester United 0. United's players trudged off the pitch, heads down, knowing they had work to do. In the dressing room, manager Darren Fletcher faced a crucial team talk, needing to inspire his side to turn the game around in the second half. The first half ended with United searching for answers, frustrated by missed chances and a stubborn Burnley defence. Meanwhile, Burnley regrouped, clinging to hope and determined to protect their lead as the second half loomed. United emerged from half-time with urgency, and their pressure paid off quickly. In the 50th minute, Fernandes set up Šeško to equalise, shifting momentum. 9 minutes later, Dorgu's cross found Šeško again, who headed United into a 2-1 lead. It looked like United would cruise to victory, but Burnley refused to fold. In the 66th minute, Jadon Anthony cut inside and fired a brilliant equaliser, sending Turf Moor into celebration. The final 20 minutes were tense. United pushed for a winner, but Burnley's defence held out. The match ended 2-2, with Burnley earning a precious point. United's comeback was undone by Burnley's spirit. Both teams left the pitch knowing they'd missed a chance for more. The stats told a story of United's dominance: 68% possession, 30 shots to Burnley's 7. United controlled the tempo, pinned Burnley back, and created chance after chance. But most efforts were blocked or from distance, and United's lack of clinical finishing proved costly. Burnley's defensive discipline and opportunism made the difference. Despite overwhelming control, United couldn't secure the win. For Burnley, it was a tactical triumph. For United, a familiar tale of frustration. The numbers didn't reflect the drama or Burnley's resilience. The final whistle brought a wave of relief and celebration for Burnley. Emotions running high after a tense 90 minutes that saw them hold their own against one of the league's giants. For a team that had gone 11 games without a win, a draw against Manchester United felt almost as good as a victory. The players embraced, knowing they had finally stopped the rot and given their fans something to cheer about. While the single point didn't lift Burnley out of the relegation zone, it restored belief within the squad and among supporters. Breaking such a damaging streak can often be the spark a struggling team needs to reignite their season. For Manchester United, however, the mood was starkly different. 2 points dropped, a third consecutive draw, and another missed opportunity to close the gap on the top 4 left players and fans frustrated. The result exposed United's ongoing issues, questions about their mentality, tactical approach, and ability to finish games strongly resurfaced once again. Defensive lapses and a lack of ruthlessness in front of goal continue to haunt them, undermining their ambitions for the season. For Burnley, this result was more than just a point, it was a statement of intent. The team showed grit, determination, and a fighting spirit that could prove crucial in their battle for survival. Meanwhile, United faced growing pressure from their supporters and the media, with frustration mounting over their inability to turn draws into wins. For Burnley, this draw could be a turning point, a moment that galvanizes the squad and brings them closer together as they fight to avoid relegation. For United, it served as a sobering reminder of the work that still lies ahead if they are to achieve their goals and compete at the highest level. Both teams left the pitch with important lessons, Burnley with renewed spirit and hope, United with urgent questions and a sense of unfinished business. As the season moves forward, the next chapter for both clubs will be shaped by how they respond to this result, whether Burnley can build on their momentum and whether United can find the answers they desperately need. Burnley must use this result as a springboard, with crucial fixtures ahead against fellow strugglers. Their survival hopes hinge on turning resilience into wins and building on this momentum. Confidence is up, but consistency is key if they're to escape the drop. For United, the focus shifts to finding a new manager and regaining form. Injured and absent players will return, but the team must become more clinical and defensively solid. The next few weeks will define United's top four ambitions and Burnley's survival bid. Both clubs face defining moments, Burnley fighting for their Premier League lives, United searching for stability and success. The pressure is on, and every match now carries massive stakes.